and welcome back to Claire's Clues. On today's video, we're going to be talking about the book Mindset by Carole Dweck. So, like it says in the title, this book is all about mindset. And she goes on to say how two people are never alike. You will never find another you. So, the way we walk, talk, speak, and think is all different. But in saying that, there's also two types of mindsets. So, you've got your fixed mindset and you've got your growth mindset. So your mindset determines your outcomes, and depending on which one of these two following that you have, depends on your outcomes, determines your outcomes. So our first one that we're going to talk about is our fixed mindset. So people that have a fixed mindset generally are the kinds of people that you would deem stuck in their ways. People that grow up learning one thing, or they're taught one thing in particular, and they don't see the need to change it. They think, that's how my grandma did it, that's how my mum did it, that's how I'm going to do it. But the thing is, if we look at things closely, we might find that it's not necessarily beneficial to do things the same way as someone else. Because what works for one doesn't necessarily work for another. And on the other side of this, you've got your growth mindset. So your growth mindset are people who will happily jump out of their comfort zone and get out of that box and happily change the way things are. Maybe they look back at what they've done, or they think about how things are in life, and they look at it all and think, you know what, I could do better. Even at work, they think, I might have reached a level of success, but I can still do better. I can do more. I can learn more. And these are the kinds of people that have a growth mindset because they're so set on never giving up and never being content with what they have. While as your fixed mindset, these kinds of people are generally very content with what they know. They're content with the way things are, and they don't feel the need to go changing anything anytime soon. But like I said, on the growth mindset side of things, people might be content, but they're always happy to change things if it brings beneficial results. And like I said before, your mindset towards things determines the outcome of which you put your time and energy into. So to move on, it also says that your mindset determines your relationship with success and failure. So like I've said in a couple of videos before, your mindset is the greatest asset you have. So what you think about is what you start acting upon, and therefore what will come to fruition being your reality. The things that you make happen simply because of the way you think. Now, if your mindset is that of a fixed mindset, then your mindset or your view on success and failure will be very how do I put this? It's, like I said, fixed. You basically decide that this is what success is, and you determine what it is from the get-go, and you also determine what failure is from the get-go. So these kinds of people generally look at success as something of, making millions or being in a CEO or, big corporation at the very top, or they own a business. That's what they deem as success. But on the other side, they also deem failure as, I tried a couple of times and it didn't work. Then they give up. They walk away because they said, oh, I tried, I did my best, but in honesty, they haven't. Because on the opposite end of all of this, you've got growth mindset, and their outlook to success and failure is a little bit different. Because for them, even though they might have reached what, a fixed mindset kind of a person might deem as success, they'll always look at it and think, how can I do better? How can I do more to achieve more? What can I get out of this? And they'll always go back and revise everything that they've done, or find a way to, make it easier. And then on the other side of that for them, they've got failure. Now their mindset towards this is that even though they failed, and they might have failed 100 times, 1,000 times, but they're not going to give up, because their growth mindset enables them to look past the failure at hand and say, look, I might have failed at this all these ways, but I guarantee you, if I keep going, I will find a way that it will work, and I will make it work. Because no matter what, where there is a will, there is a way. And you can achieve just about anything by getting through that. Now, she also goes on to say that always look to improve your mindset. So like I was just talking about, guys, we can always change our mindset from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. So we can always go from that, this is how it is, this is how it should stay, as opposed to, this is how it is, how can I do more? How can I change things to make them more efficient? So all it takes is a matter of perspective. All it is really at the end of the day is that we need to look at things with an open mind. We need to look at them with an idea that it might be that way now, but we can definitely change it. We can put in the actions and the steps required to get to where we want to go. So always think about the end, always think about the result or the outcome that you're looking for, and think about how to get there. Because all it takes to begin with is a positive mindset, a growth mindset. So get out your comfort zone and get out of that box and look at what you can achieve. Because outside of our comfort zone is exactly where we grow the most. It's where we learn the most, and it's where we can change. Now, by doing this, we enable ourselves to do things that we wouldn't necessarily deem easy, or, in our fixed mindset, we wouldn't have deemed them, capable of doing at all. We wouldn't have thought to do them. But in the growth mindset, we always question, what can I do? How can I do better? How can I do more to achieve more? Or how can I do less to achieve more? Whatever it might be for you, and whatever it is that you're doing, always keep that in mind. Always keep the end in mind. So it also goes on to say that there's 2 steps. Step 1 is figure out where you want your fixed mindset, where you got your fixed mindset. So this is how we can start to change our mindset from one to the other. So figure it out where you got it. You might have gotten it from your parents or from your environment. Maybe you were taught it at school, because school is the #1 place of where we get our mindsets, because we spend the majority of our time there. And we find through going to school, because they group everyone together and they make the masses do one thing, we'll find it's not individualized to each person. Therefore, what one person learns, and it might work for them, doesn't necessarily work for the other person. So by doing this, what they've taught people, or what they've taught children, is that if it doesn't work, too bad, this is how it is. This is how we do it. When in actual fact, there's probably 10 other ways to do the same thing and get the same result. Maybe even more efficient ways. All right, and moving on to number 2, she says, be self-aware and have patience. All right, so when it comes to failure, guys, forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know until you lived through it. And honor your path. Make sure that you're always, respecting the fact that yes, it's going to be tough. Yes, it's going to have some obstacles, and you're going to have struggles along the way. But understand that at the end of it, you're forging a path for no one else but you. You are the one who's going to lead yourself to success. And at the end of it as well, you will have something that you wanted all along. Something that you worked hard for and put in the effort. And trust the journey. Trust that on your journey, you will get to where you want to go. Believe in yourself and understand that you are capable. So always think about that growth mindset. Always think about how you can be doing more or better, or how can you fix your life in such a way that it will help you achieve your goal, or even success, whatever that is for you. And also understand that we will learn, grow, and evolve along the way. And by doing all of these, you start becoming the person that you didn't think you might have been. So you might have thought in your fixed mindset that there is no way that I could ever become a person of, quality, or, a CEO or a businesswoman or man, or, of great stature. But the thing is that if you truly believe that you can make it, that you can do it, you'll find that your body and your mind will start to play along, and it will start acting out upon your thoughts. Therefore, enabling you to become the person that you want and giving you the lifestyle you always dreamed of. All right, guys, so I'll quickly recap all this for you. In the beginning, she talks about how there's 2 people and no two people are ever alike, and that our mindsets determine our outcomes. So whatever our mindset is, whether it be a fixed mindset or a growth mindset, it is what determines our outcomes and our realities. So like I said, there is ways to change this, and we start with step 1 and step 2. Step 1 being figuring out where we got our fixed mindset from. So like I said, it could be from our parents, our environment, or schooling. Now, sorry guys. Step 2, she talks about being self-aware and have patience. Understand that it's not going to be an easy path or a simple journey to get to where you want to go. And it's not going to be easy to change your mindset from fixed to growth. All of this is going to take time and patience. And understand that along the way, you're going to learn new things. It's going to be difficult because it's something that you never would have thought to do. Therefore, it's going to have a little bit of struggle along the way. But keep with it. Just have patience and understand that at the end of it, it will all pay off. It will all be worth it. Because every single person that puts one foot forward every day is always worth it. Now, understand that you can forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know when you didn't know it. Okay, until you live through it, there's nothing else that you can do, because you might not truly understand a situation until you're in it. And then when it's past, you get to look back and say, oh, that's where I went wrong, or that's what I did, and that's what I need to fix. How can I change things? Where can I grow? What can I do to be better? These are the questions you should always be asking yourself, because it'll start putting you on the track of success and the path to your goal. So that's all from me for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Now, we'll be making a lot more of these videos for this training series to help you with your personal development goals. And until next time, leave a comment below on what you like the most, and I look forward to seeing you in Claire's Clues. Oh, sorry, next time in Claire's Clues. See you guys.